Listen, all of our problems would be solved if we just turned the devil into worm. Let me explain. Baby Pokemon are one of the series' many evolutionary staples. We've got quite a lot of them, and I've even tried my hand at a few of my own baby designs. But today, I've had a thought. What if we took some fearsome legendary Pokemon, and instead of giving them baby forms, instead we just straight up redesign them to be little pathetic creatures that can't do anything but get stomped on? I want to see what that would look like. Lucky for me, I am a fakemon artist with free will, so I have selected 3 fearsome legendary Pokemon, and today we're going to, well, I don't think babyfy is the right word. We're just gonna make them into pathetic little creatures. Let's go. The first victim of the babyfication of legendary Pokemon is Giratina. We're going straight for the jugular. Master of the distortion world himself. Truthfully, I had absolutely no idea what direction this little guy would go in, but then as I thought more about Giratina's serpent-like form, I decided worm would be best. Now, I'm not creating all new Pokemon. These aren't baby prevos like I've done in the past, so it's pretty important to stay true to the original designs, although I will make one alteration, the eyes. These are meme redesigns, so the eyes are going to be very goo goo gaga, stereotypical kawaii sad eyes. You know what I mean. SpongeBob when he doesn't get what he wants. We want it to be as pathetic as possible. Like, they could only use Splash in a battle kinda pathetic. Sans the kick-ass evolution to go along with that. Giratina has the 666 thing going on, obviously. For this design, I figured it would look way too cluttered if I gave it wings and legs, so I just settled for the ribcage. A very weird sentence I thought I would never say in my life. And even then, you can only really see one side of it, which it's completely fine by me. I mean, we all know it's visible on the other side as well. The best part of this design, in my completely biased opinion, is the little star on its head. I should have given it 6 points now that I think about it. It would have tied nicely to its original design, but sadly my brain was completely switched off and in worm mode the entire time while drawing this. With that all said, it is time to take a look at the final design. Whoa, Kaifa, this is way too early to be looking at the designs. Well, I got a couple comments asking to see the final designs throughout the video after each drawing segment, so here it is. I'll try this out for a few videos, and if it flows well, then yay, and if not, we can always go back to the classic format, so, you know, there's no harm in trying. Now, these guys have no new moves, stats, types, or the like. So sorry. They're literally just a meme, so it's just the design for now, but if you want to make stats and stuff, then please feel free to do so in the comments. I'd love to see what you come up with. This redesign truly embodies the pathetic worm archetype I was going for. I'm still kicking myself for the 5 points on the star and the 5 stripes on the belly as well. If I literally thought to just add one more, then it would be a true 666 mon. Vivian would be so disappointed. Moving on, we have Yveltal. Won't be so evil soon, Tal. At first, I was thinking of doing just a smaller Y-shaped bird that would be kind of standing up and not really knowing how to move around yet. It would soon become very apparent that the idea was really great in my dreams. It's not terrible per se, it's just, it kind of looks too cool, and I don't want that. These need to be pitiful. You hear me? No cool Pokemon allowed. I promise. So back to the drawing board. Perhaps we could strip Yveltal of a very key feature that made it so badass in the first place. Let's see. Oh yeah, I know. The Y. Wouldn't it be absolutely ridiculously hilarious if we just took a random, painfully regular bird and just dressed it up in Yveltal cosplay? I think I can make that work. We just need to give it some fingies for the tail and also that sick-ass scarf that Yveltal normally has. And we also need to make sure the markings are as accurate as possible because the rest of this is very, very derivative. Of course, a set of oogly googlies are in order. Something I really love about Yveltal's art is that the shading on the scarf plumage is really quite different in color to what it would typically be if it were shaded with the standard black or blue overlay. I decided for this piece of shading it would be okay to just use that exact color, so I made note of it in my my sketch, despite the fact that I don't normally shade and highlight in my sketches. And here it is. Pathetic Yveltal. This is totally my favorite one so far. Like, it truly embodies the sheer ridiculousness I wanted to explore with these designs. I'm also really happy with how the scarf part turned out. I was a little worried that I wouldn't do it justice, but it looks quite good. Also with these designs, I've been using a thicker line art brush and also chunkier shading, and it's really taking these artworks to a new level. So if anything, I'm just really excited to see what else I can create with this new artistic method of mine. AKA nothing new and nothing original, because everyone has done this before me. But it's fine because it's fun, and that's what makes it the hobby for me. Now for our last guy, it is time for Wo-Chien. I think that's how you say it. Oh, I gotta search it up. Okay, everyone is calling it Wo-Chien, so that's what I'm gonna call it. Sorry if it's wrong. Now this is not really a scary Pokemon, but it kept wasting me when I fought it in Scarlet and Violet, and I'm not exactly over that. I also think if I encountered a snail so giant that it could carry away a pile of leaves, a mound of dirt, and someone's fence, I'd shit my pants a lot. So I'm gonna say it still fits the category of legendaries that we're completely utterly nerfing here. First things first is the leaf that makes up its face. It's kind of hard to tell, but yes, Wo-Chien has a face, and this is it. These parts are the eyes, at least I hope they are. It's a pretty tight design, to be honest. Say what you want about Gen 9 Pokemon, but this one ain't. Lots of grass. Now, of course, I had to give it 2 big orbs for eyes. It's not skating by without them just because its eyes are held together by a couple of twigs. Not today, sorry. The body was a little hard to get right. I gave it a few attempts, but I think I got something good in the end. The wooden fence shell was also absolutely necessary. Like, come on now. Although instead of it being 4 tiers high with like a bajillion panels around the circumference, this little guy just has a few panels of wood with 2 tiers barely. Because this design is probably the most faithful to the original, it presents new challenges, mainly keeping everything to the correct scale. Like, I can't give it a whole head made of leaves because it literally just wouldn't make any sense. Also, I'm sort of kicking myself here because I'm just realizing how great of a reference Wo-Chien would have been for the Zigzagreen I made last year, which is literally just a pile of leaves. Man, I thought I was being so original. Literally wasn't. My little Wo-Chien here is kind of giving Stoutland with this fur going on. In fact, it just all round has a very puppy-like demeanor. Is it because of the solitary leaf face paired with those puppy dog eyes? It has to be. Need to give it a pair of dashing lashes. How else will it serve? The wooden part proposed a very fun little coloring challenge for me. I had to go in and draw in the textures, and I was a little scared because I didn't believe in my sick-ass artistic abilities to actually do it, but never fear, I can do it. This looks not bad at all. Go me. It feels good to compliment myself for a change. A nice change of pace from my usual self-deprecating humor. Hashtag love yourself. Hashtag live Wo-Chien reaction. Okay, time to check out our little Wo-Chien. Again, no new moves or stats, but feel free to make your own. I especially loved this design. Oddly enough, the wood texture actually looked way better in my sketch than they do in this polish. Perhaps I need to fix that up. Well, I was gonna say before I post it, but I've been completely terrible at posting my designs this year. I don't think I've posted a single one outside of the YouTube videos. I really need to get on top of that. Alrighty, those are my pathetic tiny baby redesigns of fearsome legendary Pokemon. What did you think of them? Please let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every single Friday or Saturday if you live on Mirage Island, just like me. Alrighty, I'll see you guys next week. If we ever get moving.